Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Hi, I'm Scott Bogie from Combat Sports UK. I did an interview with Iyean Varela, who is fighting Emerson Garcia on the 21st of July. Enjoy.
So how do you see this fight coming up against Emerson?
This is my second pro fight. I see it probably finish him in the first or second round. Most likely submission, but if I finish him in the first round, most likely knockout.
Yeah, and he's definitely not even just an easy fighter, because he has fought the likes of Varela, who is now fighting in the UFC. I think that was a defeat to him as well as a draw. So it's not as if you are just getting a easy walkover opponent. It is someone that is going to be in there and be tough to get out.
Oh yes, of course. I'm not looking past him. He fought sort of like a teammate of mine, that my teammate won. So I'm not too about it. He is a tough opponent. He looks durable, in my opinion. I only think he has like a loopy, like crazy kick. That's all I see coming from him. He does have a lot more fights than me, that's for sure. He's a little bit more experienced in the pro aspect, but I have so much amateur fights and smokers that I'm not too worried about it. I got a coach that was in the UFC. My coach is Ray Borg. He fought for the flyweight championship. Yeah. I'm not too concerned about any of these flyweights, really.
And in your last fight, it was against Alex Diaz. I think it was a second round submission victory. How did you think that fight went going up before you get in the submission?
Oh, I knew I was gonna win. I just trained my ass off, honestly. I personally started off rocky in the first round. My timing was off for some reason. I was missing a lot of strikes, and I think that was just due to like the way I spar, in my opinion. I changed that for this camp. I was going really light to like watch my teammates, but I turned it up this camp, and I just in general just made sure I don't miss, because I missed a lot of shots at the beginning of the first fight that got me in trouble.
And you're saying that you have improved in that. Is there anything else that you have improved on since that last fight?
Everything. Cardio's better, striking, not all I've done, but so I'm a teacher. So I've been off all summer long. I've been doing boxing rounds, which I'm not usually doing. I'm a wrestler I just wrestled in college. So all I've been doing is so many boxing rounds, kickboxing rounds. I train at a Muay Thai gym on occasion. Everything. Like, my cardio is insane right now. Like, it's cheesy to say, but like, this is the best camp I've ever had.
No, it's not cheesy. I know exactly how you feel. And do you feel like this fight against Emerson will be able to showcase your wrestling, or do you think you'll be able to get him out there without even needing to use that?
I've always wanted to show my striking, because it just keeps improving every fight. I would love a knockout. I have a lot of submissions on my record, but I'd love a knockout. I'm not shooting for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out there guns blazing trying to knock him out, but I think if it happens, it's going to be in the first round.
Great to hear it. And how do you feel about fighting in Fury? Because I know that this is your your third fight in Fury. So how does it feel to be fighting in Fury compared to the other organizations that you've worked with?
Fury is one of the best promotions out there, in my opinion. There's LFA, but in my opinion, Fury is the best one out there. Eric is an awesome promoter, awesome guy. He runs a great show. He sort of feels like the real deal when you get out there. The fireworks, the walkout, the cage on UFC Fight Pass, everything like that. It's the real deal when you step out there and you're walking out.
Yeah, I'm sure FC does bring a lot of more attention onto the fight because, like you were saying, it is on the UFC Fight Pass, so it does get your
Yeah,
name out there just even more.
correct. Yeah. Like I said, this, like you said, this is my third fight on there. I'm just excited to. I signed a contract with them for 4 fights, and I just want to keep building until I get to the UFC. In my opinion,
Exactly. And is there anyone after this fight that you particularly want to fight next, or are you just waiting for them to give you the call and then you'll be on the plane ready to fight?
I sort of used to be a little asshole and call out people, but my coach, I moved gyms, new coach, sort of doesn't like that, but I do have a sort of call out. Two people, Micah Dynamite, I think his name is Micah
Yeah,
Dynamite White, and then the guy that just beat Emerson, his name's Justin Bustin something. Plan to call out one of those guys, but I got to get through Emerson first, obviously.
exactly. Both those guys are good opponents. I know that Michael was actually the flyweight champion in the amateur scene at one point, and I know you two did share a card beforehand. Is there any bad blood there, or are you just look for a good fight?
No bad blood at all. I'm just trying to uh, take as much steps as I can. I want to get to the UFC as fast as possible. I was actually watching the last UFC card, and I saw someone that had a record of like 6-0. And if you see Alex Pereira, he's
Yeah,
not. He doesn't have that many fights. I say I just want to get into the big show as fast as possible, which is not hard, but got to do my part.
exactly. And this fight is at bantamweight, and I'm pretty sure this is your second fight at that weight class. Is this something you're looking to move into, or is this just a one and done?
Yeah, this is a one and done. I fought in usually my bantamweight fights have been because opponents can't make weight or short notice fights. I think I fought in a couple catch weights at like 130.
Yeah,
This fight particular, it's ridiculous. Emerson a couple weeks ago, like really far out, sort of said that if the fight wasn't going to be changed to 125, that he'll scrap the whole thing and try to go fight me in September or November. I'm not willing to wait that long. I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm ready to go. I've been training for Emerson, or I'm not even training for Emerson. I'm just training to fight on July 21st. So if somehow he gets scared or something, I'm still gonna be there. And
exactly.
Eric's pretty sorry to cut you off. Eric's pretty good at filling spots. So if Emerson chickens out somehow the same day, I've seen Eric fill positions in. So I'm just there to fight on July 21st. It doesn't matter who.
And you were saying people coming in on the same day. You saw that with the recent UFC card get with Dan Ige stepping in to fight Diego Lopez exactly the same day.
Yeah, that's what I've been known for, honestly. I've stepped in like 3 days notice for title fights as an amateur. It's just I train so much and so hard that it doesn't matter who I'm fighting. All my teammates, I train with southpaws, boxers, Muay Thai guys, Ray Borg, like I just mentioned. It doesn't matter who I fight. I'm in the pros. I'm gonna fight everybody.
And you were saying beforehand that Emerson said if you didn't change the weight, he would scrap it and fight you later on. Does that bring you any more motivation to try and get that victory?
Yeah, it seems like he's scared or wanting more time towards like training camp. Um, it's just sort of ridiculous how you're 5 weeks out. When he messaged the promoter that he wasn't gonna make weight, like it's 5 weeks out. I can make.
Yeah,
I'm pretty big. I'm like 160 right now. I can make 125 if I wanted to next week. It'll be a little tough, but for him to sign a contract at 125 and then sort of throw it out there that he won't fight me at 125 is ridiculous. It just shows me that he's either not ready or he's hurt. That's
Yeah.
what I've got.
Exactly. And do you feel like with a big victory this against Emerson, it can get you into that title picture? I know that Paris Moran just defended the title, so either fighting him or he could either step up to the contender series, which would leave that title vacant. Do you feel like a victory could get you into that fight?
Title is sort of crazy right now for me, just to say that because after this fight I'll only be 2-0.
Yeah.
I do want to call in because he's 4-0, 3-0, and he beat one of my teammates. I just want to revenge that loss for him, and I see Justin being a title contender soon. So if I could take Justin out, that would just show my worth in that. But Micah is a big name as well. He's very popular out there in Texas. He was the flyweight champ as an amateur. I was supposed to fight for the flyweight championship at one point over there, but just turned pro. So, yeah.
Exactly. And Mika is just coming off a very controversial loss, so he would definitely be wanting to come prove that he is able to fight at that top level once again. Would be a great fight. So thank you very much for coming on. If you haven't already got tickets for the event and you are near the event, make sure you go and get it and watch Iyean fight. It'll be a great experience. Hopefully you get the win, and thank you for coming on.
Sure.